I was called to do a second take. What does a second take mean? It means una diferente lectura, a different reading with the same basis. That's going to be you were the one that walked away. Sorry, no, you were the one that got away. We have Pisces, Virgo, and Cancer. Okay, I want to specifically say that you are still on this person's mind, as simple as that. The only problem is that they're going to look for you in other people. But once they can find you, they're going to come to that realization of, oh crap, I let a good one go. Oh crap, I let that person walk away. The thing about it is that when they walk back in, you're no longer going to be there. What does that specifically mean? You're going to be a completely different person, right? So they're always going to have this thought in the back of their mind of, what would have happened if I would have chosen to expand instead of letting my fear win? Let's dive into the reading. My name is Noah Valenzuela. One very important message, guys. I only have this account. This is my only account. Beware of scammers. I would never DM you. And I specifically would never ask you for Sell, PayPal, or Cash App. I do everything through Shopify. Let's dive in. I'm being called to do a second take, right? The basis of this reading is going to be you're the one that got away. As simple as that. I feel like you're going to be their karma, right? You're always going to be at reach, but fully never available. As simple as that, right? And I already did a video like this. I posted it before, but something told me, hey, no, this message has to go to someone else. Like, there has to be a different message that has to go to somebody else. And again, we have Pisces. You guys saw me shuffle. In the first one, Pisces came out. We have Pisces. We have Virgo. Go ahead and give me another. They could be a Virgo. You can be a Virgo. You can be a Pisces. They could be a Pisces. And then we have Cancer. Personally, I feel like you're going to be the one that got away. Okay? But first of all, what matters is to see and Leo as an underlying energy. First, you have to see if how you feel about the matches, and if it does, stay. If it doesn't, move on. A better reading will find you. Okay, our first card being the Two of Swords, specifically right here, signifies that you are correct. I'm a little bit correct. What does that mean? We have to realize that when it comes down to swords, it's all about the mind. It's all about, thought. I personally feel like also with the Nine of Swords being right here on top of the deck, and the Two of Swords, no matter what, you're always going to be in the back of their mind, right? And there's always going to be this sort of regret of them letting you go. Or there's always going to be this sort of regret of, you know what? I think I messed up. I think I should have held on a little bit too tight to this. I think I should have learned how to work around things for us or me to make this relationship or connection work. Matter of fact, this is their energy. But when it comes down to you, I feel like when things ended, you were in the middle. You didn't know if you wanted to completely walk away. You didn't know if you wanted to completely just hold on to them. But what you did, you were like, you know what? It's not working. You pushed me away. You walked away. I have to focus on my energy. So I'm choosing path one. And path one is me. Path one is me growing, me changing, me doing everything that I'm telling myself to do. And with the Nine of Swords, I do think about you here and there, but that's it. You're a thought. You're a thought that I don't really want it to be in my reality anymore, right? That's specifically how I'm feeling like you feel, right? There's a sense of competition going on right here with the Five of Swords, specifically mental competition. And this mental competition that's currently happening, I feel like it's you. I feel like right now you are basically competing for yourself. With the Hierophant right here in reverse, I feel like in the back of your mind, you know that this person cannot offer you the stability that you are looking for. Right? What does specifically that mean? What does that mean? Specifically means that you could hold or have more stability than them. Right? You can have more stability than them. You can definitely build more things than them. And I feel like you know that. Right? But with the Hierophant, right now you're being called to stay very quiet, very conservative about it. Right? Don't overshare. Don't talk anything about it. Don't even put yourself in an energy of thinking that this person does no longer exist. As simple as that. As simple as that. Right? But let's go ahead and dive into their energy. Okay, exactly. You're always going to be the one that got away for them, and specifically in this situation. Let me explain why. Because right now we have a lot of wands. A lot of wands are cards about taking action, but when we get them in reverse, they're cards about not taking action. right? Thinking we need to take action, we have to take action, but really not, right? Not taking any action. We have the Page of Wands, we have the Three of Wands, and then we have the Five of Wands reverse, and then we have the Three of Pentacles, right? With the Three of Pentacles specifically being right here, we have this energy of the Page of Wands reverse, struggling to walk away from the situation, struggling to walk away from the past, right? With the Page of Wands, right here in reverse, talks about being very dismotivated in their everyday life, or overall there's a sense of something missing, some sort of balance being missed with the Three of Pentacles, right? The thing about it is that with the Five of Wands specifically being right here in reverse, the specific part they miss about you is the fact that when it came down to conflict, when it came down to solving things, you were there for them. As simple as that. When they needed somebody to lay their head on, when they needed somebody to talk to, you were there for them. So that's that part that's always going to be missed about you with the Five of Wands reverse and with the Three of Pentacles specifically being right here. Okay, the thing about it is that the Three of Wands suggests that you're always going to be on their mind, and they're always going to have this thought of what happens, what could have been, what we could have done better, what could have happened between me and you for us to achieve a better relationship. And they're always going to have this question on their mind with the Ace of Swords specifically right here in reverse and with the Ace of Cups. As simple as that. With the Ace of Swords and with the Ace of Cups, they're always going to have this question of what could have been, what can be, right? And the thing about it is that with the Five of Wands reverse, yes, you were the type of person that honestly helped them move away from karmic cycles, and you were the person that helped them get out there. The thing about it is that they're always going to be grateful on you for that, but there's always going to be this missing part of looking for you in other people, because the future people that they go through or that they find, they're going to be putting these expectations of you. What does that mean? They're going to see if these people have the ability to do the same thing as you do, meaning helping them out in problems, helping them build their stability. But then it's not, because they're going to specifically be looking for you. Once things go down, they're going to realize, crap, I let go of the person that made me feel good. And I've been looking for that person in other people. And I did mess up, right? So I'm not giving you Dulu. I'm just telling you what I'm specifically feeling. With the Nine of Swords, with the Ace of Cups, with the Ace of Swords reverse, there's always going to be this, I wonder what it could have been. I wonder what could have happened. And then with the Two of Swords, we're always going to have that thought of staying in the past or taking action with the Three of Wands. With the Three of Pentacles, knowing that you can offer them the stability that they want, what they're looking for in a person, but with the Page of Wands, not really taking action, because they know the actions they took about pushing you away and separation are specifically bad, are specifically not good, and they did put you in pain. They did hurt you with the Nine of Swords and with the Ace of Cups and with the Five of Wands, them always knowing you're the person that can help them achieve everything or a few steps into their reality, but really not being able to hold on to you like they used to, because once they come back, once they try to show back up, you're going to be gone and you're going to be a completely different person. So you're always going to live in their memories. And when they do show back up, it'll be up to you if you want something with them. Take care.